I was going to take this a couple of weeks ago so I could get my motor here that I just tested. Get it all on eBay and yep, there you are. It's just, and it plugs in right here. Usually it's red or maroon. This yellow one, it actually goes to, where are you? It's a little forehead light sensor thingy. And if you saw my earlier video, basically the motor compartment is all in here. The motor actually sits right here. There's 3 little cogs. Yes, those 3 little cogs, they all fit in perfectly in here, and I'll show you in a minute. When you screw in the you screw in four screws. There's one more that looks like, you're like, wait a second, there's another screw. See, there's those 4 on the little plate that'll actually hold the thing in so it could actually like sit up and the stuff doesn't fall out. This little middle thing is where you screw in the forehead sensor. So that goes in very last. After you get your motor and your cogs, make sure they're all squared away and working and stuff like that. And you get this screwed back on. You only need to screw those 4 on there, and then these little plugs will actually plug into here. So there's that. I totally took these out because actually this happened to me on accident. I didn't have this securely face down because the only thing that's going to keep those cogs in there is gravity. So you don't want it to like somehow magically start sitting up or do some creepy stuff or whatever. Actually, I probably wouldn't even want it to like go like that. But since its little fur is still attached, it's still it keeps it fairly still on the table here. I just don't want it to roll around. I'm going to show you that these have to go in a certain order. You go with the black one that faces actually the long part. It'll actually face to your right. So I'll put that back. See these, this is usually what I line up first. I usually line up the big wheel part, not that long wheel, but actually this one. So it's going to face that direction, and actually it will. I really do not see very well. This thing does not have a zoom, but you see that the big wheel, big wagon wheel, it sits right in there. And there's more. It's so much easier when I'm actually doing it. Okay, and the part that goes, the long part that goes like right here, one end will sit right in this little seat, and the other one will also sit in. It's really narrow. There it is. This little seat. So this one is, I believe it's really quite big. I'm not going to use the pliers for this because I usually don't. Usually I only need the pliers for like that little white one and like sometimes the longer, the last one. But this one, it's usually pretty cooperative. So Okay, so that's facing that way. And the next one is the middle piece, this short little middle piece. And actually that I am going to, and you're going to have it be, the big wide wheel part of it is actually going to be facing the furthest over here. It's going to be closer to where the very last wheel will go on right there. So it'll actually, it's kind of facing that way in my mind. Like this one is kind of, you know, it's like a dog, it's facing that way. It's facing toward the right, and the other one, this little one, I don't know if you can see the little, I thought the lighting was way better down here, and it's really not. Well, actually, the lighting is just fine. This tablet is horrible. I wish I had my flashlight. See, there's one, and then there's another one right there. Right here. And these two little slots at the very end. It's similar to how this one is. So it shouldn't be too difficult to get it straightened up. And you want to make sure that the little, that little bar, the little metal bar, is actually, you know, even. Somewhat even, anyways. And I usually give these two a quick test, just to see that they're making sure and connecting and stuff. And I usually push one, usually that black one, and that should make them both move, you know, kind of like a clock. So, and those are actually the easier. This one is a bit of a pain in the butt sometimes. Primarily because these little things, the little square bits on the side, it looks like it, but they are not actually connected to that main compartment. And it's really kind of a pain in the butt. And I have this in the wrong direction. Let's see. This one is going to go the opposite direction again. So it's also going to kind of be facing. And you want to make sure that these are square, because when you drop them down into their little, into their little holders. Here, camera. This camera is so not my friend. So there's a little slot, if you could see that. Can you see it? It goes right like that. It's right here. And it's going to go all the way across to over. Hold on, it's hiding. There's another one, it's right here. And there we go. Just need to change my angle. So there's the other one that little square piece is going to also set into. So and you want the big wide part, like I said, to face, or sorry, that long part. It's going to face the left. So let us, it's like, see this one I'm talking about? That just fell right off. Hold on. Alright, that last one, very tricky. You gotta make sure that these two little end square thingies are perfectly lined up, like straight, so that they fall into their little holders. So I needed both hands to do that. And I gave it on that last little test. So they should all move hopefully. I'm going to put and you want to make sure that I am having a really difficult time that this little thing is actually touching. This is actually touching. So when this spins around, it moves all of these cogs down here. So I'm going to put this back on and give it a test. Be right back. Alright, so I've got its little black back thing on, and on top of it I've got its little forehead sensor. So, and of course, because this tablet is stupid, I can't see its eyes. She sounds like a he, yes, I know. But there you see it. Hopefully, so what I just demonstrated, hopefully you'll never actually have to deal with it. If you make sure that your Furby is totally stable like this before you actually take this back part off, hopefully it'll all stay in there, because the actual motor just it just sits right on there. Yeah, you can kind of feel it, and like I said before, this plugs in right here on the side, little red or maroon one. Anyways, I just wanted to show you that with a slightly better lighting. Yep. Alright, that's it. That's all for now. Hopefully you guys like this one better, because you can actually see a few parts. That's always nice. Alright, so until next time.